wanted to be something in the neighborhood. We wanted to be relevant in the neighborhood for those folks that want to come here, have a place to go. We're honored to be named one of the best bars in New Tampa. Approaching 3 years in July. A couple things I think make us really distinctive. Quality food, quality service, quality atmosphere. It's a very collaborative effort between us all to make sure that we've got new things here. You went to the same place and it was the same thing all the time, you get kind of bored. So we're making it unique, we're making it different each and every week. Chef Cole and Beach is one of our head bartenders. We provide that to our customers. I think we've built a very good, consistent audience. We see a lot of regulars, a lot of folks that have come here, really enjoy the atmosphere. So Monday nights we have half off wings, Tuesday's trivia night, Wednesday we do half off wine. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday really are kind of our busy nights, and you'll see everybody in the neighborhood. You'll see folks congregating. We sponsor softball teams, little league teams. So we've really implanted ourselves here in the community, and the people have embraced it.
Played against a really well-prepared, very well-coached Wharton team who was very talented as well. We went through a season where we lost our best player before the season started to an odd disciplinary thing. Then we just lost our second best player to an ACL tear. And you can't come, not counting two kids have the flu that played, so they played, but you can't come in shorthanded at Wharton and beat Wharton. But I'm really proud of our kids for how hard they fought.
I knew going in we were well prepared. The guys had great practices, and I just told them they just had to come out and perform, and they did. They really did. And the seniors, gave us really good leadership. They played like seniors. I think all those guys, made some really good key plays. And then, Elijah, number 5, a junior, did a great job. Elijah Barnes, Trevor. It was really a team effort for sure. They just took what the defense gave them, very unselfish with the ball, and just. Really down the stretch, it was pretty impressive the way they handled things.
Frequently meet with students who do not know what they want to do after graduation. They don't feel like they want to attend a four-year university, but they're really not very familiar with other options. And so we thought it would possibly be a good idea to be able to find multiple businesses as well as vocational schools as well as branches of the military to be able to pull everybody together in one venue to be able to help educate students as to the different opportunities that they have available after graduation.
I think this is a big thing for Wharton to do. I think it's going to help out those kids that don't know what they want to do in life, especially kids like me where there's programs here that are meeting with us that weren't offered at school, like cosmetology is one of my big things. And so meeting with Paul Mitchell and Erwin was a big help.
It has given me a lot of information on a lot of programs that I didn't have any idea about until now, which is very helpful on my end because I really want to do something with my life and not just be lost, basically.
My program's a Tampa nonprofit, and we're basically doing a job training program for 18 through 24-year-olds. We're teaching them construction craft skills, and then afterwards we're placing them in construction jobs.
It's all about getting the information out there. There's a lot of branches out there. Everybody's mission is different, of course. A lot of people are unaware how the process works, starts, ends, the benefits. So I literally come here and I talk to everybody who wants that information or have any questions, comments, concerns. That's my whole purpose of being here.
This is the first time that we've been able to pull this together, and we're hoping to be able to make it a tradition.
There is something unique out here in New Tampa, which is that we do see more of a business loss. We do see fewer and fewer businesses having a long-term presence over here in New Tampa.
We need to look for things that will draw people into our neighborhood rather than push them up towards Highway 56.
They came and made a presentation to myself and some Councilman Vieira and some other individuals at the City of Tampa, and it's very, very interesting, their findings.
We saw high disposable income, which we know is good for attracting business. We talked about creating a business retention and expansion committee. We also heard repeatedly about the lack of a significant culture or landmarks in the area. We talked about creating a community slogan and signage so people passing by could identify that they're in New Tampa.
People in New Tampa need to continue to be involved and continue to show up. So if you build the foundation of being involved and having a vigorous attitude to being involved in city government as well as county government, then we're going to see more progress out here in the New Tampa area. And I think that's a message that was progressed here tonight.
Experience is a premier child care center that focuses a lot on our social skills as well as learning and playing and growing within our community. So our program is different than the rest due to our staff members and our lead teachers. They all have over 15 years experience teaching VPK. We have a premier curriculum that focuses on writing skills, math skills, our foreign language program, philanthropy, and our proprietary Fun with Phonics program, which has 95% of our VPKers going to kindergarten reading. To enroll into our Premier VPK program, you would have to obtain a voucher through the Coalition. And if you have any questions on how to obtain your voucher, please give us a call at 813-575-8268.
Our son has been coming here for a little over a year. For us having one child and me being a stay-at-home mother, it was very difficult for me to kind of let go, and it was very hard choosing a school. But I knew coming in, when I toured this school in particular, it just felt right. It was very comfortable. They made me feel like everything was going to be okay. So he loves it. Our son loves it here. I have no regrets. I recommend it to anyone and everyone who asks, and it's definitely worth that initial emotional part of letting go.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think one of the biggest things for me is to have my wife happy and also my son. But just as much as I hear from my son about the excitement and all the things he's learned, I hear a lot of things from my wife. It's great to see and hear how confident she is in a place where she can leave our son, where he's learning, growing, thriving, and just in a safe place.
He's definitely flourished, more social, more comfortable. It's also, he's learned a lot, a whole lot. At this point, we are very confident that he's very prepared for kindergarten.
Yeah, every single day he comes home with something new. It's always great to hear it, and we know that he's learning it from here.
The Learning Experience has an amazing curriculum. We are known for our state-of-the-art LEAP curriculum. But I do have to say that this center in particular, what they're going to get is a family atmosphere. We really like to know every single parent by name, every single child by name. So we are a big family, and that's what you're going to get when you walk in through those doors, and what you can expect from the Learning Experience of New Tampa. So we just want to go ahead and welcome everyone in the community to feel free to come by and do a tour of our facilities. Come get to know us. We'll be welcoming you with open arms.
Business. We basically are just a premier axe throwing and bar and lounge. We have lanes, kind of like bowling. So you're coming in, you get a lane, and then you get an axe coach that kind of teaches you how to throw an axe if you never have. For the first at least 15 minutes of your hour, you get an hour of throwing time. We want to have an environment where you can still have fun. We have music, we have beer and wine. We want people to be able to just relax and have a good time. Make sure that when you're coming that you wear closed-toed shoes, because that's the biggest deal. We want you to keep all your toes, and not to be afraid of axe throwing. I feel like a lot of people don't they think of axe throwing as a scary experience. We make sure that safety is our #1 priority, and you can just relax. It's not a scary experience. It's actually fun, it's good therapy, and it's great to just have fun with your friends. For Valentine's Day, we're going to be doing an Axe Your Ex, or like a couple's, axe throwing experience, and then we will reopen for a grand opening celebration, have a ribbon cutting, 4 p.m. on March 7th. What's exciting about that is we actually have about 12 Scottish bagpipers coming to that event. We're going to have a lot of exciting things going on, giveaways, and so we're going to make it a lot of fun, and it'll be a great event to come out to.
Sydney Has a Sister is a family-run 501c3 nonprofit. Our original plan was to raise scholarships for college-bound kids that had siblings impacted by autism. And in the last 2 years, we've went ahead and branched out to develop sensory rooms for elementary kids that are on the spectrum. What makes this room special is the size of the room, the way that the room is compartmentalized also, but also the diversity of the equipment that's in the room and the ability to put as much in there as we were.
The equipment is intended to be prescriptive for students who are on the spectrum. So there are days where students may be overstimulated and have a hard time concentrating within their classroom. And the equipment really is intended to bring the students back down, kind of ground them a little bit. So when they go back into the classroom, they're being more productive with their schoolwork and relating to their peers a little bit better.
For some of our students on the spectrum, they have some stemming that they may engage in. So we just needed a place other than the classroom for them to go and release some of those behaviors. They're coming about throughout the district, and I know there's some that I've researched across the United States that these rooms do exist, and I'm just so excited that we have one here at Hunters Green. There's just such a need, and I feel like today we were able to really make that vision come alive, so we're super excited.
In a few minutes, you're going to see a sneak preview of the new Wiregrass Ranch Sports Campus in Pasco County. And on October 11, 2016, Rad Sports was ranked as the top proposal for the site. Moving forward, on August 15, 2017, the County Commission approved the final operations and maintenance agreement with Rad Sports so they could run the day-to-day operations of what is now known as the Wiregrass Ranch Sports Campus.
We can do 14 different sports in there. Mat sports, basketball, volleyball, pickleball, senior sports, young sports, to where there's never a downtime. There's never an end to a season. When one season ends, another season starts. So, it can function 7 days a week, all year long. So, we're excited about all of it. We're excited to have this thing open, from 6 a.m. with the seniors to 10 p.m. with the kids, and then events on the weekend.
The wow factor is definitely there as soon as you walk in. I mean, it's not even finished yet, and you can just see the magnitude of the size and the capabilities of what the events can hold and what the events are going to do for this community.
Moving forward, as people visit our community for more sporting activities, they're going to travel with their families, stay in Pasco County hotels, shop at Pasco County stores, and eat in Pasco County restaurants to help businesses small and large alike grow.
The area around State Road 56 near the Tampa Premium Outlets continues to add new businesses and attractions at a rapid rate. So we're trying to keep you updated. And this Neighborhood News online news desk is brought to you by the Florida TMS Clinic. I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Neighborhood News editor Gary Nager.
And Susanna, with all of the new restaurants and entertainment facilities now under construction along 56, perhaps the most anticipated new offering of all is still the Aldi grocery store that is under construction in front of Costco.
Even though it can't be called a green grocer, local residents are super excited about the discount grocery store chain, which sells many proprietary brands you won't find in other stores.
Aldi signs have now gone up on the building, and the store appears to be only a couple of months from opening, so the chatter among those in Wesley Chapel is hotter than ever.
And of course, New Tampa may be getting its own Aldi in the former Ruby Tuesday location on Bruce B. Downs Boulevard in the not too distant future, but we'll keep you posted.
Meanwhile, on the east side of the Tampa Premium Outlets, Main Event Entertainment now has a building, and the future combination bowling alley, kids play place, and restaurant and bar is another highly anticipated addition to our area. And after visiting the Main Event in Orlando, I can tell you that this will be anything but the same old smoky bowling alley many of us grew up with.
And aren't there some other new businesses coming to the east side of the mall?
There are. This area also will be home to the first Florida location outside of the Orlando area of Rockin' Brews, which should have Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of the rock group Kiss on hand for the opening, as they are part of the team that created the small chain of currently less than 10 locations.
And isn't there also a Saltgrass Steakhouse coming to the area?
There is one planned, but at this time we have no word on when the Landry's owned steakhouse chain, with fewer than 100 locations in 10 states, including 2 in Orlando, will begin construction here.
And what are the new buildings going up next to Walk-On's Bistro and Bar on the north side of 56?
To continue with our area's chain restaurant explosion, there are 3 restaurants from Bloomin' Brands, the Tampa-based parent company of Outback Steakhouse, including Carrabba's Italian Grill, Bonefish Grill, and the first freestanding Aussie Grill ever built.
Aussie Grill, which has only had kiosks in the food courts at International Plaza and the Brandon Town Center, is Outback's new fast casual concept with a limited menu of burgers, salads, and large plates like sliced beef tenderloin and topped grilled chicken.
It remains to be seen what additional menu items, if any, will be included on the freestanding Aussie Grill's menu.
Do we know what's going to happen to the Bonefish on 56 at Bruce B. Downs Boulevard in Wesley Chapel when the new Bonefish opens?
We don't know yet, Susanna, but we will keep you posted. The new Carrabba's shouldn't affect the one located in Temple Terrace, and it is another of the chains that locals have been asking for the last 10 years.
Well, it all sounds delicious to me, Gary. For Neighborhood News Online, I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Gary Nager. Look for updates on these and other new developments in New Tampa and Wesley Chapel in every print edition of the Neighborhood News. And please remember to subscribe to our Neighborhood News online YouTube channel for your chance to win up to $100 in free dining and other great prizes.
Florida TMS Clinic provides cutting-edge medical technology for treatment of depression. We basically provide transcranial magnetic stimulation in which we stimulate the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is an area of the brain that is connected to the limbic system that controls our emotions, our fear centers, our promotion center, our motivation centers, and if we stimulate that area of the brain consistently for a certain number of sessions, then patients will come out of their depression. And that's what we practice here at Florida TMS Clinic. We use the most advanced technology in this field, which is navigated TMS. We're the only one in Tampa Bay area that does have navigated TMS, which increases the accuracy of the treatment and the consistency of the treatment throughout the sessions. There are a few problems with treating depression with medications. Number one, it's not that effective. And the more that we know about antidepressants and depression, the more that we know how ineffective some medications are. Especially when patient had failed a medication or more, then the chances of them responding to another antidepressant trial goes down pretty significantly. Number two, which is for a lot of people is more important, is that medications do have side effects. People put on weight when they're on antidepressants. People might have sexual side effects when they're on antidepressants. You might have GI or stomach side effects, nausea, diarrhea, etc. Some people might have lightheadedness. Some people might have headache with medications. So medicines always come with a cost. While when you're doing TMS, the only side effect that you're dealing with is some discomfort on the scalp when you're doing the treatment. but there is no systemic side effect. We also try to make TMS affordable for patients. So we actually charge the cost per remission rather than charging the money or what other insurances will pay us. So we try to cut the cost of TMS to the least possible so patients can afford it and they can elect for it and not stay away from it because of how expensive it is. So there is no referral process particularly. Any patient can contact us and we will help them throughout the prior authorization with their insurance. So if a referral comes from another psychiatrist or a family physician, we definitely will follow through that. But if a patient wants to contact our clinic directly, then that also works out. You know, what we do a free consultation when the patient comes in. We do full psychiatric evaluation. And sometimes we could tell the patient that TMS is not the right step for them, and we will direct them to what to do next. And that's all for free. But even after that, if we thought that TMS is the right treatment for the patient, then we will contact their insurance and we'll try to fight for them to get prior authorization. And once we get the prior authorization done, then patient can start their treatments. If you have been suffering from depression for a long time and you have tried many medications before, with failures of those medications not helping or causing so much side effect, I think you owe it to yourself to look into the alternative of TMS. But I would like to talk with anybody in this area who's interested in TMS just to give them the education. So I think you owe it to yourself to learn a little bit more about TMS and see if that's the right next step for you. Your happiness, your quality of life, it's I think the most important thing that people should be thinking about, and we can't just postpone on that. We have to get better, and we have to get better now.
Today is January 8th. We are celebrating Elvis's birthday today. We actually have our two specials today. It's going to be the Elvis combo, where you get tons of different options in there. 3 different kinds of enchiladas. You also get a taco as well. Very flavorful. And then we have something a little bit more unique to Chuy's. We actually have the Elvis fried chicken. Green chili fried chicken is amazing. It's actually battered in Lay's potato chips. And then is topped with some of our green chili sauce and some of our mixed cheese. It's very flavorful. The reason we celebrate Elvis's birthday, our founders, when they were decorating the restaurant, they didn't have that big of a budget, and they were looking for stuff to pretty much fill a restaurant. And then once people started seeing it, people started bringing in their own memorabilia. Mainly it was wives taking stuff out of their garage, trying to get rid of it, but that's kind of how Elvis evolved and how we started keeping him as our patron saint. Next couple of months that we're going to have is going to be Cinco de Mayo. That's a big one for us, definitely. We have National Tequila Day, National Margarita Day coming up here pretty soon. And then obviously Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up. So we are looking forward to the business and looking forward to the busy days.
From the minute you walk into the restaurant, you immediately get this island vibe. It's very much beachy, surfboard, Hawaiian, and it's just a great place to come. You can dine in or you can get it to go, but you need to come in and try it.
We feature poke, which is a Hawaiian dish. It's similar to a sushi bowl, served in a build-your-own bowl style, kind of like Chipotle. Our team members will help you through and be sure you get the right choice. And our build-your-own bowls are just $11, so it's a great value and a healthy food option.
What makes us different from a lot of the other poke restaurants, which are also very good, would be the house-made sauces. Everything, all the marinades and the sauces have amazing, healthy, clean ingredients. So everything's house-made and it's so delicious.
We actually used to live out in New Tampa. We raised our kids out here and we know it's a young, growing area, and the residents out here are very health conscious. This is our first location and we're hoping to open a second Tampa location later this year.
Florida TMS Clinic provides cutting-edge medical technology for treatment of depression. We basically provide transcranial magnetic stimulation in which we stimulate the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is an area of the brain that is connected to the limbic system that controls our emotions, our fear centers, our promotion center, our motivation centers. And if we stimulate that area of the brain consistently for a certain number of sessions, then patients will come out of their depression. And that's what we practice here at Florida TMS Clinic. We use the most advanced technology in this field, which is navigated TMS. We're the only one in Tampa Bay area that does have navigated TMS, which increases the accuracy of the treatment and the consistency of the treatment throughout the sessions. There are a few problems with treating depression with medications. Number one, it's not that effective. And the more that we know about antidepressants and depression, the more that we know how ineffective some medications are. Especially when patient had failed a medication or more, then the chances of them responding to another antidepressant trial goes down pretty significantly. Number two, which is for a lot of people is more important, is that medications do have side effects. People put on weight when they're on antidepressants. People might have sexual side effects when they're on antidepressants. You might have GI or stomach side effects, nausea, diarrhea, etc. Some people might have lightheadedness. Some people might have headache with medications. So medicines always come with a cost. While when you're doing TMS, the only side effect that you're dealing with is some discomfort on the scalp when you're doing the treatment, but there is no systemic side effect. We also try to make TMS affordable for patients. So we actually charge the cost per remission rather than charging the money or what other insurances will pay us. So we try to cut the cost of TMS to the least possible so patients can afford it and they can elect for it and not stay away from it because of how expensive it is. So there is no referral process particularly. Any patient can contact us and we will help them throughout the prior authorization with their insurance. So if a referral comes from another psychiatrist or a family physician, we definitely will follow through that. But if a patient wants to contact our clinic directly, then that also works out. You know what we do a free consultation when the patient comes in. We do full psychiatric evaluation. And sometimes we could tell the patient that TMS is not the right step for them and we will direct them to what to do next. And that's all for free. But even after that, if we thought that TMS is the right treatment for the patient, then we will contact their insurance and we'll try to fight for them to get prior authorization. And once we get the prior authorization done, then patient can start their treatments. If you have been suffering from depression for a long time and you have tried many medications before, with failures of those medications not helping or causing so much side effect, I think you owe it to yourself to look into the alternative of TMS. But I would like to talk with anybody in this area who's interested in TMS just to give them the education. So I think you owe it to yourself to learn a little bit more about TMS and see if that's the right next step for you. Your happiness, your quality of life, it's I think the most important thing that people should be thinking about, and we can't just postpone on that. We have to get better, and we have to get better now.
I have had disagreements with administrations in the past, but I have never felt as strongly as I do about this administration. The notion that they're here now Pence is very Christian, but the notion that a Trump rally would be held at a church, to me, is the height of hypocrisy. He tweets and says the most disrespectful and unchristian things of anyone ever to hold the office. So I just find that incredibly hypocritical, and so that motivated me primarily to come out today.
This is my first protest ever, and I was at Columbia during the student riots, and I didn't protest then. But right now, this administration is way worse than what we were facing in '68. It's a kleptocratic, mendacious, treasonous administration.
we're here to show the love and the support for our vice president, okay? Because number one, our love and support for our president is the same as it is for our vice president, okay? Because they both know that it's the people that are the ones that they work for, and they know that.
I'm here to soak it all in, enjoy everything that this country has to offer. I love being here. I love being part of this group, this movement. God bless America. I'm American through and through.
Their leadership in Washington, with a strong partnership with Governor Ron DeSantis, and with all of your support, we've made America great again. But to keep America great, we need you to decide right here and right now that Florida is going to vote for 4 more years of president.
This year is the second year of the New Tampa Brewfest. The main purpose of this Brewfest is to have, well, we want people to have a good time. I mean, let's be honest about that. We do want to have people have a good time and enjoy all the beers. But the thing that we really are doing this for is that this is our major fundraiser every year. Half of the money, half of the proceeds, it goes right back into New Tampa community. So this year that packed 75,000 meals with Feeding Tampa Bay. And we also spent a great deal of money funding our international global projects. We do things like place dialysis machines, build water wells, deliver rice to flooded regions of India, help sex-trafficked girls in Honduras. So there's a number of things that we do with the money internationally, and we felt it was only fair to split half and half.
Well, everybody seems to be having fun. I like to taste different beers, and boy, there is a heck of a variety in there. Some odd, interesting,
really unusual beer, like Christmas cookies, and I never tasted before, but it's great.
I really enjoyed all of the different varieties of beer, and it's been a real lively event, and I really enjoy the food trucks in the back.
I like Swamp Head a lot.
I just like Founders. Founders is awesome.
Goose Island and Lolita.
You know, we have a few Rotarians to thank who've helped us put this event on, but most importantly to the community. The fact that this event even exists is a testament to the people here who are willing to take a Saturday night out and spend a little money and drink a little beers and really support a good cause. So if I could say anything, it's thank you.
And we hope that, this is only our second year of doing it, but we hope that it lives on for a long time and continues to grow so that we can support our local charities and international projects that we talked about, and hopefully over the coming years it'll become one of the more popular events in this area every year.
As county commissioners, every other week we vote on hundreds of items sometimes, and I got to tell you, this is probably ranks as one of the top things I've had the opportunity to participate in since I've been on the commission. You just look behind you right now, and you can see the kids enjoying it. These are kids that previously didn't have the opportunity to get on a playground. This has given kids of all abilities the opportunity to participate. And look, we just did the ribbon cutting, and they're already having a great time.
We try to take the independent kids and some of the supportive kids on field trips. Like, there's not a park that would accommodate what both groups of kids would need, and this would be a place now we can bring all 55 kids, and every kid that we have in our 5 classes would find something that would work for them.
I'm having a ball. I never, ever, 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 ever want to leave.
So I volunteered out of this park for many, many years. Baseball, football, flag football, soccer, many different sports, coaching, being on the committee and things like that. And just one of the things I saw was a void here. And it was a void because there wasn't a place for kids of all abilities to participate. And came up with this idea, started doing some research, looked around at what people were doing in different areas across the country, and saw similar type playgrounds. And there wasn't one within 30 miles of this location here. So reached out to our great park staff, Keith Wiley, he's our director. He thought it was an extraordinary idea. So reached out to our friends at Wesley Chapel Rotary, Advent Health, and Lennar. Between the three of them, they donated $125,000. Brought it in front of the county commission, 5-0 vote, helped fund the rest of it, and here we are.
I am here at Lexington Oaks Golf Club and Omari's Bar and Grill at the Lexington Oaks Golf Club with the owner, Anas El Omari, owner and chef of Omari's Grill as well. So let's first start, since we have this beautiful setting behind us, this beautiful golf course. Anas, after you bought the golf course, you first renovated the restaurant, but then you turned your attention to this golf course. So what did you do out there?
Well, really, this is a very nice design for a golf course. It's a very friendly golf course, and I think every golfer that comes out and play, they want good greens. So that was the first thing that we fixed. We decided to redo the greens. We went with Champions Turf, it's called.
You're a pretty good golfer, so when you're giving a opinion about the golf course, you were designing it to make yourself happy as a golfer.
Well, I played college golf and I love fast greens, so I wanted to have great fast greens, and the idea is that's what these greens are going to be. They're still babies, so they're not what they need to be yet, but they're already getting better. So I think in a couple months, I'm pretty sure we're going to have the best greens in the area.
That's awesome. So as I said before, though, when Anas bought the golf course, originally he renovated the dining room and made it much more beautiful than it had been, and he changed the entire menu, and everything that has come out of Omari's Grill that I've had has been delicious. So tell us about what you did originally, and now I know you've redesigned the menu again.
Well, I think, I love cooking fresh food. So it's very important for me to use great ingredients to get a great meal. And that's what we've been doing. We've been trying to, offer something that is different and something that is fresh, giving people an alternative to having a nice meal in this area. I think this area still misses quite a bit of original cooking. We have a lot of places, but we don't have any original cooking. We have some items that are very golf course friendly, quick and easy to make, but we also have some original dishes, and on Friday afternoon, Friday nights, I always have specials, so I go all French. You're always gonna have 2 or 3 dishes that are very unique to my restaurants. They're my recipes that I've been making for a very, very long time, and I've been getting better and better and better, and I think we offer a really good meal at a really good price.
And of course, our Rotary Club of Wesley Chapel Noon meets here every Wednesday at noon, and you put out different food almost every week. It seems like you've got something different going on.
Yes, that's the idea. Sometimes my wife and I get in an argument that I cook too much chicken, but people love chicken.
They do.
So,
and you keep making it with different sauces.
That's it. That's what it's how they look and how it tastes.
Right. Well, that's the specialty here at Omari's Grill here at Lexington Oaks Golf Club. Anas El Omari, it's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you
and
very much.
I appreciate the time. And this is Gary Nager for NeighborhoodNewsOnline.net.
What we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a nice juicy mushroom sauce that you can use with any kind of meat, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is put a little bit of olive oil, okay? Just a hint of olive oil, probably about a teaspoon, and then we're gonna add the mushrooms. See, one of the big problems people have with the mushroom is they overcook the mushrooms. And for that reason, the mushrooms get really small, okay? So I'm gonna give you a little key here to make sure you have a good sized mushroom in your sauce. One of the main ingredients of mushrooms is water. So as you put it in the heat, the water evaporates. That's why they get so small, okay? So what we're gonna try to do here is replace the water with red wine. Who doesn't love red wine? Everybody loves red wine, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So what happens is, as you can see, all the wine is gone. Why? Because the mushroom absorbs the wine, okay? So once you put the wine in, it's just gonna be completely absorbed, and then it's good to go. And then we're gonna give it a little bit of taste. Who doesn't love bacon? Everybody loves bacon, so we're gonna put a little bit of bacon on it, okay? Make sure you pre-cook the bacon. So you wanna take 2 or 3 of them and then just pre-cook it a little bit, and then just put it in there. And then we're gonna put a little bit of heavy cream, okay? You can get that anywhere. They sell them everywhere, so heavy cream. Then you wanna put some in there. The other thing we do is a little bit of garlic, okay? I'll probably say about a teaspoon, but if you're a garlic person, you can put a little bit more. A little bit of black pepper. Make sure you use fresh garlic pepper. Black pepper, I'm sorry. A little bit of salt. And then I like fresh basil, so I just got that from a plant I have outside, so I use a lot of fresh basil. So we're gonna use basil. You don't wanna cut it too much, just a little bit. Give it a little bit of flavor. That's all we're looking for. And then you wanna make sure you let this thing go here. Look at what I was telling you, that's the key. You see how big the mushroom is? Okay? That's what you want. You want a big mushroom. You want everybody to know that it's a mushroom sauce, because when those mushrooms get really small, then, you know. And then you can just kind of lower the flame a little bit and let it cook. Probably another 5 to 7 minutes, depending how thick you want the sauce. Obviously, the more time you put it in, then the more time, you know, it's gonna thicken, since we only used cream. So it's a very nice sauce. In fact, you can even use it as a dip if you want. All you have to do is put some cheese on it. And if you put cheese, then you have a mushroom dip. You see? You can use this sauce anywhere. I mean, you can use it with meat. So you could cook a nice little filet and put the mushroom sauce on. In fact, that's the base of a lot of my sauces I use here at Omari's Bar and Grill. But it's, as you can see, it's freshly made. Like everything we make here, we make it very fresh. There you go. So I wanted to give you guys a little quick look on a very easy sauce to make, okay? A mushroom sauce is something that I think everybody should know how to make and how to make it right.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Susana Herrera y hoy me encuentro en Lexington Oaks Golf Course y Omari's Bar and Grill. Y me encuentro con Anasel Omari, propietario de ambos, del Golf Course y del restaurante. Muchas gracias por estar aquí en Neighborhood News Online.
Muchas gracias por tenerme.
La gente está acostumbrada a Lexington Oaks diferente. ¿Qué tenemos ahora de nuevo? ¿Qué inversiones se han hecho en el último año?
Bueno, Lexington Oaks es un campo de golf que es muy llamativo, es un campo de golf que es muy amigable al golfista. Y de verdad una de las partes que son bastante importantes para un golfista es el green. Entonces el primer cambio que hicimos es que pusimos greens nuevos con un pasto nuevo. Hicimos algunos rediseños de los greens, pero yo creo que ese es el cambio más importante.
¿Cuánto tiempo tarda, por ejemplo, para los greens llegar a ese punto perfecto donde la gente se sienta absolutamente confortable y diga estos greens son los mejores que tenemos en el área?
En este momento yo creo que los greens ya están bastante buenos, todavía no están en su punto óptimo. Yo creo que se demoran otros 6 meses, pero ya son greens que son bastante jugables y bastante interesantes, ¿sí? Yo creo que hoy en día tenemos los mejores greens del área, sin duda.
Hablemos del restaurante. Omari's Bar and Grill ha incorporado algo muy diferente a lo que había antes en Lexington Oaks. ¿Qué es eso que usted dice es totalmente diferente y especial? Hace el lugar completamente agradable y tener una experiencia diferente.
Lo primero que hicimos es rehacer el lugar. Es un lugar que hoy es bastante atractivo, ¿cierto? Es un lugar que es bastante amigable. pero más que todo es un lugar donde cocinamos con ingredientes frescos. Todo lo que cocinamos en ese restaurante es totalmente fresco.
¿Qué receta, qué es lo que más le gusta del menú?
Bueno, yo creo que en el menú tiene un poquito de todo, ¿cierto? Tenemos las famosas hamburguesas, estamos en Estados Unidos, hay que tenerlas, ¿sí? Pero también tenemos unas ensaladas espectaculares. Tenemos el Lexington Bowl, que yo creo que es un plato vegetariano, que hoy es una tendencia que cada vez está creciendo, que también le puedes adicionar cualquier tipo de carne si quieres. Pero además lo que nos hace especial es que todos los viernes yo mismo estoy en la cocina y hacemos especiales.
Como por ejemplo, ¿qué tipo de especiales?
Bueno, tenemos bastantes especiales. Hago muchas pastas, me gusta mucho la pasta, pero también me enfoco mucho en la cocina francesa, porque eso es mi background. Y hacemos un filet con diferentes salsas, como la que hice en la demostración que hicimos. También hacemos pollos con un pollo a la naranja, por ejemplo.
¿Los horarios de atención están abiertos todos los días o no?
Estamos abiertos de almuerzo de martes a domingo y estamos abiertos de comida miércoles, jueves y viernes.
Y lo más interesante es que cualquier persona puede venir a disfrutar en Lexington Oaks Golf Course. No importa si la persona juega golf o no, puede venir al restaurante, está abierto al público y es un lugar extremadamente agradable y la comida absolutamente deliciosa.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
Muchísimas gracias por acompañarles. Habló Susana Herrera en compañía de Ana Salomari, propietario de Omari's Bar and Grill.
Doing this like Real Madrid tryouts for a week, 6 hours a day, with no shade, no anything. So what happened after the 5 days? There's 2 kids that get selected from each camp, and there's about like 6 or 7 camps throughout the whole country. I was one of the 2 people who got chosen to go represent Team USA in Spain, and I feel very like motivated and excited
to represent the United States in the first ever Youth World Cup, where the best players from 16 other countries will come and play, who share the same love for the game. It's going to be beautiful. I think it's huge because we always talked about it, that the biggest thing an athlete can dream of is play for your own country. And I think that's such a unique opportunity because there was such a huge selection process. And we understand that Real Madrid coaches who came and selected kids have very strict criteria on selection. It was not only the technical skills and soccer skills, it was also, I think, their attitude and their passion for the game and love for it. And when we found out the news, we were super excited. First of all, it's a huge honor, but it's a huge responsibility.
Disagreements with administrations in the past, but I have never felt as strongly as I do about this administration. The notion that they're here now Pence is very Christian, but the notion that a Trump rally would be held at a church, to me, is the height of hypocrisy. He tweets and says the most disrespectful and unchristian things of anyone ever to hold the office. So I just find that incredibly hypocritical, and so that motivated me primarily to come out today.
This is my first protest ever, and I was at Columbia during the student riots, and I didn't protest then. But right now, this administration is way worse than what we were facing in '68. It's a kleptocratic, mendicious, treasonous administration.
here to show the love and the support for our vice president, okay? Because number one, our love and support for our president is the same as it is for our vice president, okay? Because they both know that it's the people that are the ones that they work for, and they know that.
I'm here to soak it all in. Enjoy everything that this country has to offer. I love being here. I love being part of this group, this movement. God bless America. I'm American through and through.
Their leadership in Washington, with a strong partnership with Governor Ron DeSantis, and with all of your support, we've made America great again. But to keep America great, we need you to decide right here and right now that Florida is going to vote for 4 more years of president.
The study of skincare in terms of making skin well and beautiful and young and healthy is what aesthetics is. So I do aesthetics and I do it in the area code of 813. That's where the name came from. So we have a beauty bar where the treatments are 30 minutes or less, whether it's a facial or eyebrow waxing or tinting. We also have our full treatment rooms where one of them is dedicated to body. Our other 2 rooms are dedicated to the face and skin. Behind that we have our drip bar, which is also our lounge. There you can get IV therapy. We have people that come in and show you what to do in the sauna. That way you're just not sitting there like, oh, what am I doing? But they teach you how to breathe, how to stretch. It's a very comprehensive, you learn how to take care of yourself here. It's not just, it's relaxing and everybody wants to relax, but it's so much better when you learn how to literally care for your body from the inside out, because then your body cares for you. The main thing that they will get here is that they're going to get personalized service. They're not going to get a cookie cutter facial. Most of my clients, when they come in, they don't know what they're getting because you're going to get what your skin needs at the time. Most other spas, they have their protocols. They do that whether your skin needed it or not. That's what you're getting. We don't. We give room for all our estheticians to be able to adjust, to be able to treat your skin, so when you leave glowing and not inflamed or red. When you leave happy.
Today is January 8th. We are celebrating Elvis's birthday today. We actually have our 2 specials today. It's going to be the Elvis Combo, where you get tons of different options in there. 3 different kinds of enchiladas. You also get a taco as well. Very flavorful. And then we have something a little bit more unique to Chuy's. We actually have the Elvis fried chicken. Green chili fried chicken is amazing. It's actually battered in Lay's potato chips. And then is topped with some of our green chili sauce and some of our mixed cheese. It's very flavorful. The reason we celebrate Elvis's birthday, our founders, when they were decorating the restaurant, they didn't have that big of a budget, and they were looking for stuff to pretty much fill a restaurant. And then once people started seeing it, people started bringing in their own memorabilia. Mainly it was wives taking stuff out of their garage, trying to get rid of it, but that's kind of how Elvis evolved and how we started keeping him as our patron saint. Next couple of months that we're going to have is going to be Cinco de Mayo. That's a big one for us, definitely. We have National Tequila Day, National Margarita Day coming up here pretty soon. And then obviously Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up. So we are looking forward to the business and looking forward to the busy days.
From the minute you walk into the restaurant, you immediately get this island vibe. You know, it's very much beachy, surfboard, Hawaiian, and it's just a great place to come. You can dine in or you can get it to go, but you need to come in and try it.
We feature poke, which is a Hawaiian dish. It's similar to a sushi bowl, served in a build-your-own bowl style, kind of like Chipotle. Our team members will help you through and be sure you get the right choice. And our build-your-own bowls are just $11, so it's a great value and a healthy food option.
What makes us different from a lot of the other poke restaurants, which are also very good, would be the house-made sauces. Everything, all the marinades and the sauces have amazing, healthy, clean ingredients. So everything's house-made and it's so delicious.
We actually used to live out in New Tampa. We raised our kids out here and we know it's a young, growing area, and the residents out here are very health conscious. This is our first location and we're hoping to open a second Tampa location later this year.
Pasco County is not the bedroom community it once was. I think we all know that now. You're seeing other counties and cities actually have meetings to figure out how Pasco County is doing it, and that's a fact. People are actually going, well, why is all the growth going to Pasco County? What are they doing right? There's a lot of things that we're obviously doing right. We're making it easier for businesses to actually do business in Pasco County. FDOT said the other day that we're doing better than any other county in the region when it comes to being ahead of the game. Because typically growth happens before the projects. But what's great now is that actually the growth is happening with a lot of these projects being done. One of the most exciting things that's happening, and one of the things I think I'll be most proud of once I'm out of office, is that we're going to actually, as a public-private partnership, build a playground for children with disabilities so they can participate just like everybody else does. Some of you know I'm actually also the chair of the Tourism Development Council here in Pasco County, and recently we rebranded in March of 2019 as Florida Sports Coast. Everybody familiar with that? So you think about the things happening, especially in this side of the county, it just made sense. And with the new Wiregrass Ranch Sports Complex, with Rad Sports involved, and Advent Health Center Ice, I mean, the amount of tourism that's coming just into this area alone is amazing. We want to support your businesses, and tourism supports each and every one of your businesses, either directly or indirectly in some way. Things are just taking off here in Pasco County.
Chose this location to renovate because we like to keep a fresh look. This store was chosen before other stores based on its location in Wesley Chapel and the explosive sales potential this area can stand a game. So what's different about Haverty's, the company, versus other furniture stores? We really care about the interaction with the customer. We're here before the sale, during the sale, after the sale. We're looking to create relationships that last a lifetime and beyond that last generations. We currently have that with existing customer base, and we're looking to extend that to the new set of customers in Wesley Chapel, especially the younger demographic that's exploding out here. Haverty's has a great legacy of 135 years in business and supplying generations worth of families their furniture, and we look to expand that to the younger generations that have never heard of us, and maybe some transplants from other areas that are unfamiliar with the Southeast brand of Haverty's.
Did you know that today there are more than 3.5 million breast cancer survivors living in the U.S.? Let's hear it. That's cause for celebration.
My name's Adrian, and when I was a little boy, my mom had breast cancer, so that's why I do this. I'm here for all the beautiful women in my life, my mom, my sisters, my wife, and this little one here.
I'm in treatment right now. I was diagnosed in March with invasive ductal carcinoma, stage 1B. Almost done. 4 more weeks and I'll be done. And I want to thank the American Cancer Society for giving me all the resources in the beginning to help me through this journey. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your support. We can do this!
Just today alone, you have brought in $11,116. So you have until the end of December to continue fundraising and bring those numbers up. So thank you everybody for all of your hard work today. We are gonna kick butt.
Congratulations, guys!
So we've owned the Fresh Healthy Cafe for about 3 years now, but prior to that, it was owned by a local family that we bought the business from, and it has been here for 10 years. So today we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary by donating 50% of our smoothie sales to the Moffitt Cancer Center Foundation in honor of Cancer Awareness Month, and my husband and I just actually lost my mother-in-law a couple months ago to cancer, so we thought this was like a perfect event that we could, help raise money for such a good cause. So our restaurant offers a wide variety of healthy salads, wraps, paninis. We have smoothie bowls that are very popular with the younger people. Our wrap sandwiches, we can do those as vegan. We offer multiple protein substitutes as far as replacing normal meat with tofu or hummus. Or we have a Gardein chicken that's a soy-based chicken. We have a combo going on right now, so for $9.99 you can get a half salad, a half wrap, or a half panini with a side soup or a side salad, and a small iced tea or small lemonade for $9.99, and you can upcharge it for $2 and then add a smoothie.
Hunter Garcia and his wife Kayla were involved in that tragic accident that took the life of their 5-month-old baby. That Sunday I spoke to one of my members, Troy Stevenson, and we organized something. We wanted to do something for the family. It just so happens that I got a text message from James Levine from Firefighter Charities of Pasco County on Monday asking for some assistance. I gave him a call. We discussed doing something for the family. I said we had some plans already in the works, and they were overwhelmed. They couldn't believe that we would move that quickly on doing a fundraising event for the family. Everything's been donated tonight, so 100% of the proceeds for this event will be going to the family, and we're really excited about that. They really deserve it. Unfortunately, they did lose their child. We can't replace that. But we can replace that financial burden that they're going through right now, and that's why this fundraiser is going on right now.
I'm just very excited to be able to host this at my property. I am in charge of this whole building, of setting up this event. We had given the room complimentary, as well as we are giving away 50% of the proceeds from the cash bar to the couple.
With the casino night, when you pay your entry fee, you actually get $2,500 in funny money, and that can be cashed in for chips at the tables for the different dealers. And then you can also purchase additional funny money.
We have a huge silent auction. We have a huge outpouring of donations. We have sports memorabilia. We have a shotgun. We have pistols. We have scuba certifications. Everything for children all the way up to adults.
I just think it's amazing what the community has done on this, because it's just a really tragic event, and everybody has stepped up beyond belief, so it's just been fantastic.
Celebrate is a way to give back to our parents for trusting us with their children. Plus, it's a great opportunity to celebrate our mascot, Bubbles. In addition to that, this year it's extra special because we're doing it in conjunction with our Make-A-Wish fundraiser called Bubbles Road to Wishes. It's a new fundraiser that the Learning Experience started to do last year. This is our second year. Our company did $500,000 last year, and our goal is to double that as a company. Our first year of business, we were recognized as a Rising Star. A Rising Star for TLE is a new center that is doing really well with enrollment and community acceptance. So we were able to showcased that last year, and then this year we were recognized again as a center of excellence. Here at the Learning Experience, we specialize in the care of infants all the way to VPK, which is 4 to 5 years of age. We're an academy of early education, so we spent a lot of time developing our children to getting them ready for school. We start our curriculum as early as the infant classroom all the way up to our VPK classroom. The Learning Experience has an amazing curriculum. We are known for our state-of-the-art LEAP curriculum. But I do have to say that this center in particular, what they're gonna get is a family atmosphere. We really like to know every single parent by name, every single child by name. So we are a big family, and that's what you're gonna get when you walk in through those doors, and what you can expect from the Learning Experience of New Tampa.
My kids love it. I mean, I pick them up every day. They're happy, they're safe, they're learning. I mean, the curriculum and everything that they do here, the staff are phenomenal and very, very nice. So, I mean, first and foremost is that my kids enjoy it and that my kids are safe.
So we just want to go ahead and welcome everyone in the community to feel free to come by and do a tour of our facilities, come get to know us. We'll be welcoming you with open arms.
Heard about the plans for the Grove Shopping Center. The plaza's new owner says it's a whole lot more than just a new brewery restaurant.
And this Neighborhood News online news desk is brought to you by Total Air Solutions. I'm Neighborhood News editor Gary Nager.
And I'm Susanna Martinez. And Gary and I will have that story right after this.
Hi, I'm Bill Albert, co-owner of Total Air Solutions. We've been in business for 17 years. We're Carrier Factory authorized dealers. We do service all brands. If you have a problem, give us a call. We have 24/7 service. Whatever the day, whatever the time, we'll be there.
So with all of the attention being paid to the areas around the Tampa Premium Outlets and the shops at Wiregrass on State Road 56, it's easy to understand how people living in and near Wesley Chapel could forget about the Grove Shopping Center located north of State Road 54.
But the new owner of the 200-plus acre shopping center says the Grove, which is home to the Cobb Theater, Chuck E. Cheese's, Dick's Sporting Goods, and World Market, to name a few, says there will soon be a lot less empty space between Outback Steakhouse and the long dormant separate buildings along I-75.
It's true, Susanna. Since the North Tampa Bay Chamber office moved from the buildings that are separated from the big box stores in the Grove, only a handful of stores, including the Lee Nail Spa, Be Creative Painting Studio, and the boutique coffee shop known as Dégagé, have remained open there.
And in exclusive interviews with the Neighborhood News, new Grove owner Mark Gold of Misharim Gold Properties says that not only are those mostly empty buildings getting a complete makeover, but there is so much more to come too.
I bought around us approximately 150 acres with zoning and almost 1.4 million square foot to development. Because my company none, like company no sitting and do everything fast.
The Neighborhood News already has been the first to tell area residents about the new Double Branch Artisanal Ales Brewery restaurant in that area, which will be known as the Village at the Grove. But Gold says as many as 5 new restaurants are expected to join that live music venue, 3 of which, Gold says, already have tenants with signed leases.
But what about that huge open area between Outback and Double Branch? Isn't that going to be some kind of container park?
Yes, and Gold says that is the portion of the 120 plus currently unbuilt acres in the Grove that will begin development first. Gold says Pasco County staffers have been impressed with the plans for the unique business park. Each of the 60 units will be a 40-foot-long former semi-truck trailer refabricated as 1 to 3 stores or offices. Gold says if you have a dream to open your own business, this is your chance.
At the center of the container park will be an open park area with ongoing family-friendly activities, as well as a professional soundstage setup for events.
And the end of the property is going to be big, huge live stage, and with different event, different concert, and going to support all this area. Also, inside the container, we're going to have 2-3 containers, and it's going to be kids event, like Lego, teaching kids, something, and the parents going to keep the kids like daycare, let them run, let them do everything over there, and go shopping around.
Gold has plans for all of the remaining space in the Grove, including rental apartments, an adventure park, and more restaurants and mom-and-pop shops. But we'll leave some of that information for a future news desk. For Neighborhood News Online, I'm Gary Nager.
And I'm Susanna Martinez. Remember to view, like, and share every episode of Neighborhood News Online on YouTube or search Neighborhood News on Facebook.
When I was young, I was really skinny, wanted to work out, loved working out, saw some great results, wanted to open a personal training facility. So back in 1996 in Wausau, Wisconsin is where I opened my first personal training facility. While I was in Wisconsin, I wanted to have kind of the best of the best. So in the Med-X industry, they had a back machine. My dad had a lot of back pain. I started with physical therapy with that by getting a loan in order to do so. Sold that business because I wanted to really expand to a larger area and came down to Tampa, Florida, and that's how we got going here. So we have the full line of Med-X equipment. The whole purpose of Med-X is there's very little friction in it so that you can work one muscle group to its extreme, just doing one set between 4 and 8 repetitions. So we're going to start with like an abdominal machine, move into the leg press, for example, then maybe a pull down, chest press, shoulder machine, and we top it off with stretching just to make sure that you kind of loosen up at the end. So you get a full body workout each time. So it's called super slow, the protocol. And that slow motion, you're able to use a lighter weight, especially in rehab, but even in personal training, it makes such a difference. Because with that lighter weight, you go really slow, a 10-second positive, 10-second negative. So the safety behind it is great. But what really tops it off is it works the muscle so hard that it works the cardio system to its maximum potential. So you can get through a whole workout and be completely exhausted in a half an hour. But because the workout's so much more intense than traditional exercise, you need at least 2 days off in between workouts. And that's why it is only twice a week, not just to be convenient, but it needs to be. The biggest important thing is the eating. 80% of your result, whether you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, gain muscle, it's all in your eating. So we also furnish that. You know, we have a good plan for people to be able to follow and make a difference. And it's clean and healthy. And we go over that with them so they have a clear understanding of how to eat for the rest of their lives. We don't want it to be like a quick fix and then they put the weight back on. So that's something we really stress with them. Just in this local area, we've really developed a reputation through the local doctors. So whether it's an orthopedic surgeon who really is trying to avoid surgery, you know, it's like last thing they want to do is do surgery if they're a really good orthopedic. So they'll send them here, and we actually have an 89% success rate with surgical candidates. So we get a lot from that, and then mainly the local doctors. The internal medicine, people come in with back pain, they don't want to be on a medication or for a short period of time, so they'll send them here because of getting rid of that. And that's where we have a 95% success rate with getting rid of back pains. Everyone's entitled to a free workout. By all means, call, come in, check it out, see if it's something for you. You get a good taste for it after that, you're welcome to continue. If it's physical therapy, most insurance companies cover it. If not, we have a very reasonable self-pay rate. And then after therapy, there's even a discount to continue coming to make sure that you can maintain those awesome results you ended up getting.
We are an early childhood education center. We service children from 6 weeks to 5 years old. We do VPK as well. And we're an education center, so we have a great curriculum that we use developmental milestones to help the children learn, play, and grow. So anytime that a parent wants to register, we welcome them to come in for a tour so that they can see the center. We can show them all the wonderful things that we like about it. And then from there is a registration fee of $125. And then they get the paperwork and we set a start date. I've been doing this for about 13 years now, and I just love being around the kids, love watching them grow and learn. And when they learn something new, they get that aha moment. So So those are my favorite things about it, and just being able to be there when the parents have to work and providing a safe environment for their kids.
We've lived in Wesley Chapel on and off for about 7-8 years, so we've come to this several times. We knew it was just going to be bigger this year, so we wanted to make sure to get out here. Some of my favorite things are coming to see all the new businesses, because the growth in Wesley Chapel over the past few years has been astronomical. So it's fun to just come out and mingle with the local business owners that have since moved here and grown.
And I, of course, love the food. Great food out here.
I'm with my granddaughter. She's from Tampa. So we're just bringing her out to get on the rides and enjoy the rides.
We'd like to thank Great Clips for their generous donation. This money means a lot to us. We are a Title I school. We have 70% of our students are on free and reduced lunch, and so this money will be able to help us provide school supplies for students who aren't able to afford those things, and so that they can be prepared to be successful here in school every day.
Across U.S. and Canada, more than $400,000 of donations were made by Great Clips based on $1 of donations for every download of the Great Clips app during our back to school season. We're very encouraged about the efforts at Quail Hollow. We want to wish all the students and teachers and administration a successful school year.
We just really appreciate the generosity of the community. It really does take all of us working together to support our students.
Coffee is one of the main things that I smelled every morning growing up as a kid. So the coffee brought into the fact that I lost my mom, so that's a part of my mom. And then when I asked God to give me an idea, He gave me Coffee Speaks, and a year later I got the Tea Talks, and from that point everything just started moving and going into that direction. So I'm really overwhelmed, and all of the support of my Rotary friends, just friends in general, and people I met, my clients, some merchants, and all of that, the people I work with, my colleague, my VP, they got me transferred from Atlanta. I also want to be able to have the community as a part of the coffee shop. The bagels and muffins come from Big Apple Bagels, so I want to bring their business into my coffee shop. I have a local coffee vendor. We're also going to create my own coffee band. So Friday night and Saturday night will be live coffee bands, so you're going to have to get reservations to get here on a Friday night or Saturday night to get a seat. No words can explain to finally get to the end of the journey, where it doesn't seem like it took so long, but it was a challenge. And I think things in life and understanding you can have whatever you want in life without giving up. Just don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on anything that you want out of life. If you're determined that you're going to have it, then that's what you do, and you keep doing it until you get it done.
Are you getting excited about everything new that's coming to the Grove Shopping Center in Wesley Chapel? You might be after watching this Neighborhood News online news desk. I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Neighborhood News Editor Gary Nager. And Susanna and I will have that update to our last news desk right after this.
Hi, I'm Bill Albert, co-owner of Total Air Solutions. We've been in business for 17 years. We're Carrier Factory authorized dealers. We do service all brands. If you have a problem, give us a call. We have 24/7 service. Whatever the day, whatever the time, we'll be there.
In our last news desk about a month or so ago, we gave you an overview of new owner Mark Gold of Misharim Gold's plans for the Grove Shopping Center in Wesley Chapel, located off Oakley Boulevard, north of State Road 54 along I-75.
Since then, however, Gold and his staff have been busy every day signing up new businesses to join either the separate, long, mostly empty existing buildings across from the Grove's major retailers that he now calls the Village, or the not yet under construction Container Park for the space between the Village and Outback Steakhouse.
It really is incredible, Susanna, not just the number of businesses that have agreed to join Gold at the Grove, but how quickly all of these businesses have gotten on board.
We already told you about Double Branch Artisanal Ales, the craft brewery that recently made a very popular appearance at the second New Tampa Brew Fest. Since then, finalized leases have been announced for restaurants such as Burger Brazil, Troublemaker's Dueling Piano Bar and Restaurant, a New York-style pizza place, a Brooklyn Bagel Company store, a Cuban restaurant and rum distillery, and a dessert shop that will combine 2 local favorites.
Wesley Chapel resident Jamie Hess hasn't yet announced what the menu will be at Troublemakers, but that is one place that Jana and I will definitely be visiting a lot. The New York-style pizza place will be owned by the same owners as Best New York Pizza in the Pine Brook of the Grove Plaza on State Road 54, and the Cuban restaurant and distillery is owned by the same family that is opening Casa Cubana in another Michelin Gold project in Raleigh, North Carolina. And finally, the dessert box will combine the tasty treats from the Ice Dream Shop on State Road 54 in Lutz and the former 7 Layers Italian Bakery that was in the Oak Grove Plaza, also on State Road 54 in Lutz.
I also understand that there will be some non-food businesses opening in the Village.
That's true. Among them will be F45 Team Training, a unique workout facility, and the Kilted Axe, which will feature axe throwing leagues and beer, but no food. Gold also plans to add miniature golf, beach volleyball, and much more that we'll have to tell you about in a future episode.
In the meantime, you should go check out the community market every Saturday at the Grove, as well as the upcoming Santa's Winter Festival. For leasing information, call Karen at area code 407-636-1266. Or for event info, call Mateus at area code 407-534-0810. For Neighborhood News Online, I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Gary Naker. Remember to view, like, and share all of our videos on YouTube and Facebook, and look for an upcoming contest exclusively for those who subscribe to our Neighborhood News Online YouTube channel.
The Taoist Tai Chi Society is a nonprofit organization worldwide. We're in 26 countries, and we teach Tai Chi for health benefits to help people maintain their balance and their flexibility and help alleviate pain such as arthritis and other things. The exercises we do are meant to help physically maintain your health. The main benefit of Tai Chi is that it teaches you balance. As we all get older, we tend to lose our balance and we tend to trip. Tai Chi teaches you the proper way to walk and how to shift your weight so that you don't lose your balance. Tai Chi also, we call it a tendon enhancing, bone marrow washing exercise. When we're doing Tai Chi, we're engaging the whole body. The demo, basically we'll go through what the basics of the society are. We'll show them a few moves, and then we'll teach a few moves to the folks that are brand new. And it's all kind of gearing up to having a good attendance here at the New Tampa Dance Theater at our January 7th class. And it'll be an hour and a half. It'll be from 10:30 to noon on January 7th, Tuesday, and then every Tuesday thereafter until April 28th. So we have 4 months, and we'll teach the 108 move set, the Taoist Tai Chi set, and we'll teach them in little sections, and we'll keep adding on until we've completed the 108 moves.
Glory Days is founded in Virginia, Pennsylvania area. They have about 25 restaurants up north. We are part of a group of, this will be the 13th restaurant.
What we're excited about bringing to the community is a place for a family-friendly environment to be able to come to and celebrate sports.
Wesley Chapel is such a growing area, and it's an opportunity to get involved with the community. We're very heavily involved with local sports. So it'll be a time to capitalize on taking care of the local sports teams. So the best thing we have on the menu, in my opinion, is the dry rub wings, and you can get them with any type of sauce. They're smoked for 2.5 hours, and they're absolutely amazing. The drinks, my wife loves the Prosecco Rita.
No, we're just super excited to be a part of the community, and we feel like we have a lot of things that we can offer and be a contributing member to the neighborhood.
Thank you to Wesley Chapel community for having us.
From the glory days at Wesley Chapel.
Bruntree's got a 30-year reputation in Valrico, and I took over that location a little bit over a year ago, and the demand has been so great for what we do that I started looking at other opportunities to come up here into Wesley Chapel, into New Tampa. We found this spot and immediately knew that it was the right spot for us. We have dishes that a lot of other places don't do. For example, our stuffed French toast. We have like 4 or 5 different kinds of eggs Benedict. It's just kind of a potpourri of different, amazing different kinds of foods. And we're also very well known for our muffins. Our grilled muffins, actually, is something that no one else does. We have grilled pistachio muffins. We have grilled blueberry, grilled butter rum, which is our #1 seller. You guys got to try those. I mean, they're really to die for.
Very nice. I think it's done a great job. It's very inviting. You just felt very warm and welcome. Had a great breakfast.
I just think the staff and the owners are great. We're so excited to have them here. And
yeah, we really need a good breakfast spot in New Tampa, and I think this fits the bill.
We're just really happy to be part of this community, and we welcome everybody to come in and try our food.
Cut.
The newly completed station that you have before you today is about 10,850 square feet in size and filled up every bit of usable space on this 1.5 acre property. It is now the second largest fire station in all of Pasco County, eclipsing Station 13. So I know we just opened up Station 13 a couple months ago. This is now replaces that as the second largest. It does have 4 drive-through bays, which will accommodate up to 8 pieces of fire apparatus when placed front to back. Today, we are currently operating a paramedic engine crew and an EMS supervisor out of the facility, and come December, we will house a paramedic ambulance as well.
Where this particular station is physically located is almost perfectly equidistant between 3 of our other surrounding stations. So if you had to pick a place on a map to put a fire station, this is exactly where you would put it.
This station itself will help the response time to give better safety and emergency help and fire help in this community and strengthen the fire services for the entire county.
This particular station is also the first to receive some brand new technological and safety improvements as well. Some of these items include the state-of-the-art station alerting system that is designed to be faster, more reliable, and far less obtrusive than the system it's currently replacing. The station also includes an advanced air system designed to scrub the air before it enters the building, along with a vehicle exhaust extraction system that will help eliminate cancer-causing diesel exhaust from entering the breathable airspace. And lastly, very noted behind me, bifold apparatus doors, which open in a fraction of the time as the traditional roll-up overhead doors, as well as provides for lower maintenance and overall improved resiliency. As you can see, we're very excited and we're very proud and honored to provide service out of this modern facility that will serve the area for many years to come.
First day was when we opened the school, and it was a lot of work because people, they don't know the building, teachers, they don't know the building, the students, they don't know the building, workers, they don't know the building. So I was the only one to try to help everybody. My favorite was to cut the grass. I love to cut grass. and I will keep the building the best I can.
I will tell you, in all the years that I've been fortunate enough and blessed enough to work with Junior, which is since the school opened, this guy has never, ever, and I think all of you can agree, he never had a bad day. He never didn't have a smile on his face. He never told anybody no, as several people mentioned. If you needed something done, you go to Junior, it gets done. This guy has the kindest heart. I always tell people he's the nicest, kindest, most loving human being I think I've ever met in my life.
You're a very special person, and you've made this a special place. And your heart will always be here, I know, but they will always remember you at work.
The most loyal, dedicated, hardworking individual I have ever known. And I've been retired now 7 years. But who do I stay in touch with? Junior. So when you know somebody with such integrity, such love of human beings, such dedication to his work ethic, there's nobody that can compare.
And I just want to say thank you, because you are the hardest working man. Not the custodian, you're the hardest working man on earth.
My time here at Wharton was so good, but the time for me to clock out and learn to relax and take care of myself. Wow, it's kind of hard to me to leave, you know. But I love everyone. Thank you.
Make today really will affect the quality of life in this community for the next 50 to 100 years. We have got to make it a priority to make the passages to our schools safe, and that would be my #1 priority if mayor.
Here's what I put in for to do the things that we need to do to make sure that this relationship continues to flourish. And I believe you and I together working as a team, we can make this not just the most livable city in America, but we can make it the most lovable city in America as well.
Under Jane's watch, crime decreased 72%, and Tampa became a leader for the nation to follow. I know firsthand the love that Jane has for this city, for this community, and for every single one of the incredible neighborhoods throughout Tampa.
David Straz, you know what he's done for the community. I mean, the Straz Performing Arts Center, the University of Tampa, etc. He spent his life being generous, but he's also recognized that Tampa today is really at a crossroads.
I'm a unique politician because I don't talk in terms of platitudes and generalities. I talk in specifics about what we're going to do to make your life better. What I, as mayor, am going to work on to make Tampa better.
I've been your city councilman for the last 7.5 years, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to be here. I understand your neighborhood just as well as I know other neighborhoods. As your city councilman, I have visited over 72 different neighborhoods or crime watch areas.
We've got to bring everybody together, starting with the neighborhoods, like your neighborhood, let you know what's going on, let you know what's happening, get you, so you don't feel disenfranchised or ignored. So I'm all about connections, I'm all about connectivity.
This has been one of our yearly fundraisers, which benefits the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. The kids were really excited. They wanted to get Mr. Armati involved some way, and just the ice cream, it was one of those things that no matter what homeroom won, we were able to get all the kids involved, so that way they'd be excited to be able to participate.
The next part, that's the most important part sometimes, is the chocolate. Let's bring on that chocolate.
We knew that we wanted to increase on this fundraiser, on this
great cause that we're doing here at Liberty Middle School. So we just tossed around some ideas. The students came up with this one, felt that decorating the principal as a human Sunday would be the one that would get the most attention, and it obviously did. Our numbers increased drastically this school year.
All the kids that were in here today, all those homerooms raised $100 or more. We did a cross between homeroom fundraising, and then we also did candygrams where the kids could buy either chocolate or Takis for their friends, which was a really big success. We sold over 400 in less than a week, so that was a really big deal.
Definitely a great experience. I can't give enough credit, though, to our student council, our students and teachers for backing this great cause here at Liberty Middle School.
I think we're going to be good throughout the district. Again, you never can tell. We've not done any polling, but I think we're going to have strength in New Tampa, throughout Forest Hills, Bush Boulevard, and Fowler. We've made real efforts to reach out to all the community, and I think that we're running on a record of the last 2 years and our vision of what we want the next 4 years to be.
About 2.5 years ago, the Costco first opened up, and we were on board from the very first day. The practice, of course, it being a new practice, it's going through some growing pains, and now we're been very busy. The store is growing. This whole area is exploding, really. Yes, you don't have to be a member for you to get your eyes checked here, but if you want to get the glasses or contacts from Costco, you have to be a member. But to be seen by the doctor here, you don't. Have to be a member. I mean, we are seeing a lot of kids right now because of back to school, and of course, it's always important to have children's eyes checked. Unfortunately, a lot of parents think that just having the vision checked at the pediatrician is sufficient, but unfortunately, a lot of kids fall between the cracks in that, and then they actually should have their eyes checked by an optometrist every year.
Welcome to the chamber.
It's a completely climate-controlled facility, air-conditioned, heated, 3 stories. We have 668 units. So we have units that range from 5 by 5 all the way up to 10 by 35. What sets us apart, our customer service is our #1. We try to make everybody feel like it's not a business. We want to help them. We also have 24-hour access that nobody else does. And we also have a 16-foot box truck that people can use for free when they move in.
It's been a dream of us for a long time to be in this area. We live here. Most of our staff lives in the area. Our first office was over by the airport. We cranked out a lot of work out of that little space, and so finally it's nice to be able to have a place for your clients to come and meet with you and discuss their project and come up with ideas that's convenient for them, and frankly convenient for us too. You can just drop the kids off to school on your way to work instead of leaving 2 hours early.
Each fall for a month, we give
Could you take a photo?
the proceeds of sales for that month to the YMCA's Scholarship Fund for learning to swim.
This is amazing. Thank you for your support.
It's awesome. Absolutely.
I think what makes us special is our dedication to the client. We want them to have the best possible experience before construction starts, during the construction process, and certainly once they're enjoying the pool at the end. We really take a lot of time hand selecting the exact products that our clients can choose from. We want to make sure that they're low maintenance, premium quality, so that they don't have any issues down the road. One of our greatest strengths is our ability to tackle any type of idea a customer has in their head. The skill of our designers allows us to, and our construction teams, allows us to build